In an era where loud voices often drown out reason and digital platforms magnify discord, a quiet revolution is stirring, championed by the Catholic Church in Nigeria. The church urges professionals to step back from noise and step into narratives that heal. The Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria, CSN, through its Directorate of Social Communications, has held its second annual public lecture in Abuja, convening media stakeholders and professionals to reflect on the urgent need for a gentler, more constructive media landscape in the country. Delivering the opening address on behalf of the President of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, CBCN, Bishop Lucius Ugoji, the Episcopal Chairman for Social Communications, Bishop David Ajang, described the event as a beacon of renewal for Nigeria's media. He noted that the lecture, which coincides with the global celebration of the 58th World Communications Day, is part of the Church's broader initiative known as Communications Week. Comweek, a national media literacy campaign now recognized by the Vatican and adopted by other African bishops' conferences.
This public lecture serves as a forum for exchanging ideas and amplifying the Church's voice on matters that affect humanity and the society. The Church in Nigeria, inspired by Pope Francis's message for World Communications Day, convokes this gathering to shed light on one of the multiple wounds of our nation, the challenge of media polarization, digital disinformation, and cyberbullying. Therefore, we are here to discuss a theme that is both timely and essential. Media with gentleness, a path to being narrators of hope in a distressed nation.
Keynote speaker Bishop Gerard Musa of Katsina Diocese drew on a famous Aesop fable to illustrate the power of gentle communication over force. Comparing today's media landscape to the blustering wind, loud, aggressive, and confrontational, he urged practitioners to emulate the quiet strength of the sun, whose warmth disarmed resistance. In an age of clickbait, sensationalism, and inflammatory narratives, the Nigerian media must embrace empathy, humility, and respect, he said, warning that aggressive media practices are deepening ethno-religious divides and sowing social mistrust.
Gentleness has to do with kindness, warmth, and a pleasant, friendly manner of communicating. An Ethiopian proverb expresses the power of gentle communication when it says, "A gentle word can break a bone." A gentle word can break a bone. This means that even the strongest resistance can be overcome with gentle, kind, and thoughtful speech.
The lecture also featured a symbolic moment as a posthumous award was presented to the founder of AIT, late Chief Raymond Dogbesi, in recognition of his media support to the church.
CBCN Distinguished Media Apostle Award, given posthumously to High Chief Raymond Dogbesi, in recognition of his enormous contributions to media evangelization in Nigeria. This is not a card. This plaque, very beautiful plaque, has been signed by most Reverend Lucius Ugoji, the CBCN President, and we are happy and joyful to present it to the family this day, Wednesday, 28th of May 2025.
Other speakers, including John Cardinal Onaikon, represented by Reverend Father Boniface Ebo, the Secretary General, Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria, Reverend Father Michael Banjo Dr. Henry Nzeko, among others, agree that a gentle, truthful, and humane communication may just be the path to peace and a more united nation. This year's theme, Media with Gentleness, a path to being narrators of hope in a distressed nation, speaks to the need for calm, empathy, and thoughtful storytelling in a time when Nigeria faces digital disinformation, cyberbullying, and rising polarization.
Nigeria, a country rich in diversity, is often plagued by ethnic, religious, and political tensions. In such a fragmented society, the power of communication is either inflamed or soothed. To inflame or soothe cannot be underestimated. There is so much polarization, misinformation, and social fragmentation, which makes the media play a crucial role in shaping public discourse.
We signed into acrimony and aggressive party denunciations, where many female content creators on social media focus on sex and relationship topics, feeding the public's craving for sensational and explicit content without any form of accountability. And where even straightforward posts about events and achievements can provoke ethnic profiling and hate speech without provocation. We lament that these corrosive trends are late developments in the history of Nigerian media, a stark departure from the more principled beginnings of social communication in Nigeria.
Nigerians remain optimistic that better governance, accountability, positive change, and development are possible. Nigerians will persevere, we remain resilient, our belief in our country is strong, we remain a long-suffering, yet hopeful people. Hope for us means optimism, opportunity, innovation, growth, resilience, potential for a brighter future, a strong community, and an increased global presence. Communicating this hope against the backdrop of our distressing reality remains the challenge.
Foundation has trained over 354 fellows cutting across the different states of our country, Nigeria, and different countries of the African continent. And these fellows have been trained in interfaith dialogue, conflict transformation, mediation, and peace building. These fellows in different communities across Africa are actively shaping the narratives and transforming communities through peaceful engagement and truth-telling rooted in compassion, hope, and justice. In this Jubilee year of hope, we must all commit therefore ourselves to becoming responsible communicators, offering not just information, but inspiration, not just reports, but redemptive stories that affirm our shared humanity and celebrate the same humanity.
God knows best why He took Him away. We thank you so much for giving us award, and it is very cheering when you are alive and you get awards. But when you are dead and then you are getting award, it's more cheering, it's more heartwarming. Thank God.